So me, Bethany, and Aaron are working on a project, and we want to show part of our first meeting that's preparing for this project. One, because there's going to be other people involved in the project, and we kind of want to show like a basis and a foundation of where we're coming from. And two, I feel like there's a lot of really good messages in here for the collective, and it helps if we show you steps along the process to build on the project. I did take out any parts of this that would let you know exactly what we're doing. So there is still stuff not being shown. So if you're not fully understanding what this is leading to, that's on purpose. You will see in time. But we did want to show you the meeting. So roll the clip. So we're just going to start with like foundation. What should be in the middle?
Yes.
Okay. What do we got? What's your immediate thoughts?
It literally gives the energy of like, because it's the Eight of Swords in reverse, it's like the things that came against you being released.
Ooh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that would be collaboration, right? But it's
Yeah.
like, it's those groups, those people, that energy that tried to come against you, but you've escaped it.
Yeah. What what
That's why I was like,
you're
oh, yes.
being freed from what blocked your vision. So, clearing the fog, essentially.
It's
Okay.
literally giving, like, when they open Pandora's box and initially it's the chaos, but then, like, once the chaos settles, like, the dust settles, and now you have the clarity because you're not looking through their lens of chaos.
Yeah. Yep. And unexpected when you're going around and you're like, "I'm lost, I'm lost, I'm lost," and then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh shit, there's the exit sign that I was looking for."
You found the light.
Yeah. Yep. You realized that the lights you needed were the headlights to your own car, to your own vehicle. Okay. Okay. Where should I start? Somebody tell me.
Bottom right. Is that the
Okay.
5 of
5 of Wands. Connect it to 2 of Swords. What do we got?
Okay, so that gives, like, the war within, like, being at that impasse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, you leave the center because you're no longer willing, like, you know what I mean? You've transcended the fog of Pandora's box being opened. And what was once a war with them, you're recognizing was just a war within. And now that you're no longer willing to look through their lens, you're no longer at that impasse. You're making the choice because you've already exited the loop. You found your headlights.
Right. Right. So the 4 corners here
Hold on,
are gonna
Bethany's talking.
be
Bethany, what did you say? I can't hear you. I just like, she's quiet. I can't hear
Oh,
her.
yeah, I can't hear you. Hold on, let me try to mute and unmute you.
I know
Edit
she's saying
mic.
something so important.
Uh, I can't even see your green dots, so I think that your sound oh, wait, now you're on mute, let's see. You have oh, you it says your mic isn't connected. Oh, now you sound like a fax machine. Mm-mm. Oh, kinda.
Okay, I kind of heard you muffled.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Now I can hear you.
Oh, yay! It needed to be turned up.
Turn it all the way up.
A decision to not absorb the external conflict and make it inside, make it inside. That can be that war. It doesn't have to be absorbed inside of me.
Right,
It's
right.
your false war from the blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The false war is thinking that you're lost and then being convinced that there's no right exit and being convinced that the darkness is permanent, but you are the one that needs to turn on the headlights so that you can realize there was always an exit, but it was always going to be your choice. So we have the 4 corners. This corner is how do we if we could put what you 2 said and take it into, like, 2 sentences. In this corner, we have fighting in the bottom right corner, we have okay, so the corners are what tries to keep you in the circle, what tries to keep you in here.
Okay, so hold on. I got your book
The
out.
guards of the entrances.
The false war is before the final gate.
Right,
Already being in the final gate.
right. Looking back. Okay. So, how would we name this bodyguard down here? Like how the guardian angels
Yeah.
show up? These are like the anti-guardian angels. These are the ones that try and convince humanity you cannot get out of this loop. You gotta stay in the loop, there's no way out.
I want to call that one like the either the guardian or like the distortion of betrayal. When you stop
Mm.
betraying yourself in their false war, you exit initially.
The
You're no
betrayal
longer
of
willing
not
to betray
realizing you have a
yourself.
choice. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Where should we go next?
Up.
Okay, I'm gonna do the corners first, and then we'll look at these
Yeah.
connections, because I think that's gonna be something different. So we have 4 of Pentacles and King of Wands.
Hmm.
That's giving your new physical foundation. You won't get back in the box. You won't get back in the ring.
But if this was the energy trying to convince you to stay in there as well, like, the king is looking down at this,
Yes.
and then behind him is protection. So if you exit this loop, you enter into the loop of alignment. But
Yes.
the king is trying to keep you from that. So in this case, so
Yes.
this King of Wands,
That King of Wands gives that like that abusive dominance manipulation energy. So you
Yes.
bad
can't have,
leadership,
right, like you're trying this new foundation and they're trying to bait you and manipulate you back into the box.
right?
It's like a
You're already
doom.
outside the box. That's your new foundation. You didn't realize, I mean, like you're already outside the box. It's
Right.
giving the energy of we need you to adopt our shit and get back in the box. We need you to
Unachievable
breathe life.
expectations.
That's it. Breathe life into our narratives by
Yeah.
defending yourself. Get back in the box.
I can't hear you again. Hold on. I think you're muted.
A foundation of manipulation.
Try again.
Yellow.
Okay, you
There you
got it.
Of course, when I do that. These unachievable expectations, right? They continue. We will meet that goalpost, and then it'll be moved again. It was
Right.
never real in the. It's an illusion.
Right.
It's an
Right.
illusion to keep you trapped in the loop.
And also bad leadership. Bad
Yeah.
leadership looking
So
down
the
saying,
energy of the King of Wands, that impersonation, the
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
impersonation, and the
Wow.
undercover
Yeah.
impersonation.
Yeah.
It's also kind of giving gatekeeping because, like, look at
Yes.
this. If you could just get to this spiral, if you could just exit this spiral, show you learned from it, you could have alignment, you could have protection. But this narcissistic energy, this bad leadership is trying to say, nope, you got to stay.
Need you to forget who you are.
Yes.
Get lost in my perception of you. Get lost in my
Yes.
perception of you. Yeah. Yeah.
So in this corner, it's like any energy that tries to convince you that they know you better than you.
It's
Or
that
trying
energy.
to tell you who
It's
you
literally
are.
that energy of like, I'm the one they call the bully.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Ooh. Ooh.
Can you see that side of the board? Yeah, you kind of can. Okay. 4 of Swords and King of Cups. Look at that. Looking at each other.
Wow.
That's
Mm.
interesting.
Mm.
The narcissist versus the empath.
It is that, and it is that. That is the initiation. That is the thing. That's like why we're here.
Right. And this is like the killing of emotions.
Correct.
Mm.
Very interesting that they're facing each other. I'm very curious to what's
But
going to
think
come
of
out
it
here.
like this. So, like, it's the spectrum. The empath
Yeah.
on one side, the narcissist on the other. To kill the emotions, to not be emotionally reactive, is to balance the fragile ego, because that's the common denominator, is the fragile ego of the empath and the narcissist, until the empath actually learns
To
to
regulate,
their emotions.
be okay inside no matter what it is that you say.
And that
Right.
Four of Swords is like killing the old nervous system. It's killing
Yeah.
the old conditioning, the
Yeah.
echoes of the fear and the manipulation coming from the bully. I will not adopt your thoughts of me. I will not adopt the character you're casting me as. It's kind of like that. You can call me the villain because they're the bully, right? I'm the one they call the
Yeah.
bully. Wants you
Yeah.
to adopt the villain, but it's your story and you're actually the hero.
Right.
The hero's
Right.
journey.
And we
Yeah.
have 4 and 4 on either end. So it's like
Yeah.
it's 3D
Protection.
versus 4D.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
Yes.
yeah.
are you looking at what's valuable in the world, or are you not letting them tell you who you are, but also not letting them access you enough to where you shut down your empathy and emotions because the world still needs that.
There is a point in our journey where we could just become just as cruel as them.
Right.
There's that crossroads that we're like, gosh, and you have to pray that bitterness away. Because it's
Right.
like I could do you the way that you did me. But
Yes.
because that's not who I am, because I can't do that, because I can't sleep well at night, even thinking about doing what you've done to me, that's the
Right.
difference.
Yes.
Right. And you know what's crazy about it is the empath, if they chose to, could do the narcissist worse than the narcissist did them because we study them.
Yeah.
You gave me the playbook and you expect me to not do it better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of your
Yeah. Yeah.
mind? But we choose not to. That's the difference. That's
1,000%.
crazy these 2 cards came
Yeah.
out because that is
Yeah.
literally the battle, is the empath or those who are aligned with their heart space versus
Yeah.
those who don't know how to be and want to hence shut those people off from it. That's the entire battle.
It's literally,
Yeah.
no, I love this. I'm like, as you're talking, I'm pulling out of your echoes. It's the ransom demand. It's the ransom.
Yeah. Yeah. Ransom demand.
Yeah.
I'll give you comfort of the earth,
I'll
shut
give you
off your
safety,
heart,
stability, and security under the
Mm.
guise of fill in the blank.
right?
Mhm.
Right. Yep. And this is freedom from accepting that as the vision.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's gonna come out over there? Oh, wait, hold on. What do we? Yeah, confirmation. We'll put that there. Okay, it wants to go there. What do we call in this corner then? The point where you have developed an understanding of your empathy to where you can use it without it being used against you.
It's almost like a pivot point.
When we realize that anything that is being said, it's a projection. It's not, and when we stop absorbing it. So how would you word that?
Right.
It's giving
Honestly,
the like they needed, so like here, they needed you to not remember who you are. Enter the bully.
right.
Over here, will you become like them? So the pivot test is, will you forget who you are? Again,
Mm.
it's the same test like on repeat. Will you abandon yourself?
Right.
Will you be convinced so easily next time that you are who they say you are, or will you believe that you are who you are? Authenticity. It's called
It's
authenticity.
almost like
Right.
the distortion of the villain.
Yeah.
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 It's like the mirror of the villain, like the illusion. Because, like you said, if these are all the ones trying to get you to go back in the box, it's
Yeah.
the illusion of, will you choose to be the villain? Because how many people, and I'm sure you guys see it too, they all like that they're the villain, but they're not really the villain. They're choosing themselves, but when their ego's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the villain," you did not understand the assignment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
got back in the box. You did not pass that test.
Yeah.
You adopted the character. You're still making them your focal point. You're like,
Right.
I'm the villain in
Yeah.
their story. So you've now accepted being a side character in a screenplay that's supposed to be about you.
Right. You let them play that main character
Yeah.
role.
Yeah.
So what if this corner is actually the corner that you don't realize until later is your higher self guiding you to not come out of the loop until you understand why you're in it, until you have developed the understanding of your emotions and your empathy, so where when you come out here into this playing field, it can't be used against you.
Yes. Yes.
It won't break
Because
you.
until people understand why they attracted the narcissist in the first place, they will
Yeah.
never get out of it.
Yes. It
They
will
will just
repeat.
find a new one.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then they blame them. And it's like, you're the
Yeah.
common denominator in all of your relationships. So until you recognize why you're the common denominator, you will never break the loop.
The
Right.
chameleon. The
Right.
chameleon.
Right.
Like that blame shifting.
Yeah. Until you flip this upright by like you need the freedom to have this flipped upright. And then once you have this flipped upright, you become this. And then once you're this, you can come around in this field without running into this guy. If he runs into him, he's going to win because love wins over that in the end. But if this guy runs into him, he's getting right back into this loop and he's going to have to start again.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do
Because you're needing that outside still. And
But it's
you
like,
are the only one.
it's that separation. It's separation
Yeah.
again. It's empath versus
Yeah.
narcissist.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they can't get out of it. And they can't. So many people can't get out of it. Like,
Yeah.
you could call a spade, but like,
Yeah.
you're still in it because there's a common bond.
Yeah.
Two of Cups reverse and Ace of Wands.
Oh man.
As she
That's
was just
exactly
saying
what you
that.
just said, Erin. That's literally what you just said.
It's like they have to make peace with you have to make peace with your demons. Like, because they're yours. They are the manifestations of your lower mind. That is who they are.
I read a piece of a poem this morning from my old book, and it said,
Fantastic, by the way.
Thank you. The shadow in the valley is learning to hold on. Learning to fear no evil because the shadow in the valley is mine, I think, is how I worded it. Anyway, I don't know where it is. But yeah.
But that Two of Cups in reverse and that Ace of Wands, it's like profile match. You have to be a profile match. And
You
if you're
have
still
to learn who you are by having something to compare what you're not. And you
Correct.
have to have an opportunity to where it would have been easier to choose to align with what you were not in order to avoid some kind of wound. Like there had to be that bargaining of, okay, choose who you're not and you won't have to deal with the wound. That's the snake in the garden.
It's the profile match and the polygraph test.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Two of Cups is your polygraph test. And if you pass, you're the profile match, you're the Ace of Wands. If
Right.
you don't pass the polygraph, you go back into the box.
Right. And the polygraph is simply, okay, I found an exit. Can I identify myself in the mirror and do I like that version of me? Because once I identify myself and I like that version and I step out, I'm that version. In order to change that or to alter that, I have to go back into this spiral, forget why I'm in there until I begin to remember and then free myself again.
It's literally like what's written on your heart can't be fake.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you initially pass a test, and then what do we all know? As you pass an initial test or you go through a gate, you go through initiation. You then have like 52 more because it amps up the closer you get to the end. And if you still hate the narcissist, you have failed the test.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You can go
Because
back to the box.
that shows that this is still in reverse. If you went through all of this and you're like, ooh, it's all about this guy, you can't flip this upright and become that. You can't. That's not self-mastery. That's still projection. You're no better projecting your problems onto the narcissist than the narcissist is projecting their pain onto you.
And you can't even fill your own cup to be able to have that go upright if you're constantly dwelling on them and what they've taken from you.
You're
Right.
pouring out
So
your own
how
cup.
can you
Right.
yes, how can you give to others? Yeah,
Right.
which is doing them a disservice.
Right.
You shouldn't
This
come
is
I don't
why.
think we should come unless you come correct and on
Yeah.
overflow.
But it's
Yeah.
so interesting because look at it. You have the King of Cups and the Two of Cups in reverse. You have the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands upright.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
literally the
Yeah.
flipping of the script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, yeah. And then the Ace of Wands, and on the other side of the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Five of Wands. The swords on both corners, like
Yeah.
this way.
And we have 4, 4, 2,
2,
2.
2.
Wow.
King, king.
Can't make it
Wand,
up.
wand.
I love it.
Bethany's dad's up there like this card.
Yeah, I know, I know. I think my exact thoughts.
I mean,
It's
this
so
makes
funny.
all the sense in the freaking world, though. This
Yeah.
is literally the battle, and people get stuck here. This
Yes.
is why they don't make it out of the loop, because they can't see, they can't reconcile how it was never about this person. This person was meant to show them what needs to still be healed so they can identify themselves in the mirror and like what they see and get out.
Truly are gratitude. There's gratitude when you figure it out. Like, there is, like, when you can move past that ego, it's like a thank you, man. Thank you, because I
The
could
King
never.
of Wands is the diversion. The King of Wands is a diversion tactic. And it's literally, can you regulate your nervous system or you will repeat the cycle over and over and over again because it's you. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the problem is you, but the solution is you. You are the key, you are the door, you are the gate, you are the timeline. But if you're still blaming the person, you're still an ego.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
man.
literally heart versus ego.
Yes. It's the pole shift.
And I feel like this one's not in reverse because they're playing the role they're supposed to play.
Yes.
They're not playing, it's not they're going, they haven't gone rogue. They're
It's
not
so
playing the rogue
interesting you say that because I
Yeah.
have a random theory.
actor.
So if they fulfill their contract, do they really get karma because that was their role to play? Or do they hold on, do they only inherit their karma? Because this is what I think. I believe that they inherit their karma when they get lost in the role and they continue it after the contract's been fulfilled. So if you were
Blew
always
my
meant to
mind.
win, or I was always meant to win, then at some point somebody agreed to be this role. You just said that they're agreeing to be a role because we were never meant to be stopped. But it's
Right.
when we've exited the loop and they continue their shit. Now they start accumulating karma.
That would make sense because that would show that they have a vengeance for the light. Like, they weren't able to break you, and they're mad at that, and that's
Yes,
supposed to
they
help
got
them realize
lost
they're
in the
broken.
character that they were supposed to play.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I've been like pondering that for a while. I'm like, if they were just a contract and you finish the contract and you're the proof the contract's over,
Right.
their humanness, they got lost in their humanness because they forget the contract.
If
Right.
we're in our mission and they did their job, right? And we are where we're at right now. Can you look at the other people that came after us that got aligned with them and see if they also are in their mission? Because I don't see that. I don't see other people after us really following some sort of path that is giving, like, I don't know how to explain it.
No, I know what you're saying. I think that like if they don't find their people, so I want to say if they don't find the torch,
Uh-huh.
they don't seem to figure it out.
Yeah, like it feels like they're
That's the
lost,
only
like
way
they
I know
don't.
how to say that. It's like if they
Yeah.
find the torch or they find the breadcrumb and they have somebody to kind of like show them the way,
Yeah.
they can sort of start figuring it out. But if you aren't there, they're not going to. figured.
Wow. That just confirmed a lot to me. Thank
Yeah,
you,
it's
girl.
just
Yeah.
it's like the one who
Yeah.
was a victim, they either heal or they repeat the cycle, and so
Yeah.
does the perpetrator. They either start to make changes or they find someone else who's gonna let them victimize them in the same way.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
when that karma hits because then it's like,
Correct.
"Okay, you obviously didn't learn the lesson because 'cause we're doing it
So it's
again."
starting to mirror them
And they
more.
find a
Yeah.
new victim. That's the difference to me. They
Yeah,
find a new victim. So if their contract was with you, what the
Yeah.
fuck are they doing? Now
right,
it's like you said, they
Right.
just have a vendetta
Yeah.
for the right.
right, right. Yeah.
Weird things I think about.
No, that's very
No. Nope.
because that
Brilliant.
contract, they could be doing stuff that's bad, but it could be karma that was already paid for. They could have canceled it
Correct.
out in order to fulfill that contract. That makes sense.
Wow. Yeah.
Should I do these ones next? I wanna do
Yeah.
this one last.
Okay.
Should I do these 2 next, or should I do these
Yes, do those
forward
2.
too?
Do the one at the top first.
This one?
Yeah.
I think last,
Yeah.
'cause that's the ultimate, like
Yeah,
let's
yeah, yeah,
do the
yeah.
ones in between first. We'll
Yeah,
go back
yeah.
into King of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. No, we did this one first, right?
Yes.
We did this one first. So 5 of Wands, 2 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So this spiral is like you leave this spiral and you show you learned the lesson by blank. This is the test or the key to getting this guard to go away and let you out.
By listening to your intuition and not your bias or your cognitive dissonance.
Oh, yeah. Investing your time wisely, investing your mind wisely. Where are your thoughts going?
Because you're at that impasse with that 2 of swords, so you're going to make a decision.
Yeah.
Are you
And
going that's what,
ripping
like
out the bad seeds as well, being willing to say, "This doesn't work. This doesn't
Yeah.
work."
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so King of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of
Oh, wow.
Swords.
Wow.
That makes sense, that heavy
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Mastery of your mind. Did you let them convince you that that's who you are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly yeah. Are you gonna pay attention to your thoughts now? Are you letting
Yeah,
them rule
It's
your
like, are you
mind?
gonna fall on their sword or are you gonna
Yeah,
continue on your journey?
yeah,
Because their swords are their words. They're
right,
their narratives. They're the things that aren't
yeah,
true about you. Are you going to
yeah.
fall on the swords of someone else because they're technically meant for them to fall on, not you?
Right, their
right.
projections, and we're still taking them if we're
Because they're on the
continuing.
wall, right? Like, they're not hurting you
Yeah,
unless
Yeah,
you
and
do
look
them
at this scene, like, the king is looking over, he's like, "No, no, no, stay in the trap, I have this wand, you can't come out." But then this is you when you come out and you're in the test, it's like, yeah, you're worried, but he has his back too, he's not even worried, it's not a
not even paying
you
I
attention.
don't
thing.
even care.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
He's
about
doubling
you, but
down
look
in his playbook. It's his
yeah,
playbook.
yeah,
He's not
right,
looking behind him because there's no new tricks. He
right,
doesn't even
yeah,
look over his back because he's just doing the same thing and he's so confident in what he's doing because it's
right,
always worked. But
right,
here you are like,
worried. But look, if they just took their hand off their eyes, they could just see alignments right there.
mm,
Once they make past this projection wall and uncover their eyes, they can find the way to alignment. So this is like
yeah,
the battle of your mind after you went through a season of other people trying to convince you that you're something else.
yeah. Sometimes you just have to look up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
it's
So
giving
four,
oh, but I love how
four,
you said that. You said sometimes you just have to look up. Sometimes you just have to look forward and stop looking backwards.
Yes, yes,
yeah.
He's
yes.
not looking backwards because, like, he's still in the past. There's nothing for him to look
Yeah,
backwards to. All you need to
yeah.
do is step up and look forward and stop looking in your rear view. There's
Right.
nothing new.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. 4 of Swords, King Knight of Wands. I'm not surprised. Your passion, your purpose, obviously, that was gonna be the key there.
But that's it
That
because like
can
we were talking about, would you choose to become like them or would you continue on your mission or your journey of remembering who you are?
Right?
Because that's always the
I'm
mission. How that manifests is different. It's remember who you are and stop being someone you're not.
Right.
And I know if y'all are like me, which I know you are because you love to feel that passionate energy when we're doing something that we love, but when you lose that feeling, because we've let them take too much of our mind and our awareness, and we will do anything to get that back so that we can get that, like, feeling of, like, "Okay, I feel alive when I'm doing this again," you know?
Right. Right.
That Knight of
I love
Wands is the network disruption.
Yeah.
Man.
And look at this. We have 2 kings, then we have the ones behind it, they're going this way. Like, the knight is like, "Ooh, passion, spark, I'm on a horse, I'm going this way," and the 9 of
Yeah.
swords is, like, literally stuck in bed because this energy will do that to you.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
can take your hands down, but you're stuck, you're worried, you're in the dark. This
Yeah.
guy, blue skies, on a horse, wearing yellow, all excited, has a magic wand, and look, the magic wand he got from this. He's like, "Oh, cool. You gave me knowledge, you gave me information. I'm taking that, and I'm gonna go resurrect myself."
I'm taking your wand. I'm
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
your power away from you, and
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
integrating my own power.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But you can
Yeah.
only do that through mastery. Like,
Going through
to come
this.
over here and take this wand, to leave here, take
Yeah.
the wand, you have to go through mastery and then go through to resurrect.
I'm no longer
Yeah.
reacting to your bullshit because I am the King of Cups.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your
Knight of
reaction is your
Wands or
power.
Knight of Cups is like, I want you to understand that I'm coming from love. I want to share this cup. Look, he's like, "I need to share this cup with you." The king's like,
Yeah.
"If you want it, come get it. If not, bye."
Yeah. This one's coming to bring it to you. Take it,
Right.
please.
Right. And the
Yeah.
knight is like, "I'm not offering everybody a cup, but I'm offering what I learned from this." And that
Yeah.
is not necessarily always a cup because I won't always have a cup. I need a full cup that can't just be endlessly poured out all the time, but I have this wand.
It's
I have
almost like,
this
well, I
spark.
don't want you to fill my cup up with your energy anyways, because that's not the energy in which I align with. I'm
Right,
not offering you my cup.
right.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
often people aren't really standing holding out a cup, right? They're not walking
Yeah.
around with a
You're
cup.
holding out your heart.
Right. People don't
Yeah.
accept that right now. Everyone's scared of everything, but it's very dark. What will they let you do? Give them a light on their candle.
Mhm.
They may have a lid over their cup, but if it's dark and you have a candle, they're letting you light that up.
Yes.
They're not gonna say, "No, you know what?
I
Mm,
just wanna sit in the dark.
yeah, I
Yeah.
prefer to not see." Yeah. I mean, maybe some people will, but
Yeah.
okay. 2 of cups in reverse, ace of
Some people
wands.
got scared when you lit the light and they saw their reflection.
That's very true. Ace of cups in reverse. Yeah.
The way you used to barter with who you are, you have to dump all of it out. That's why you have the 2 and you
Right.
have the 1 because to get to the Ace of Wands, to get to your actual power, the seat of your power, right? Or even the
Yeah.
spark. Look at it as a spark.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
find your spark, you're going to have to stop bartering with who you are. You were never in a state of balance when you're negotiating your worth
Right.
with the king.
You have to learn how to fill it up yourself. And
Right.
you'll notice how your energy levels, you will have none if you are ruminating and thinking and being in that 9 of swords energy. You will have that. You if you pick up a tarot deck, you'll pull that
Yep.
ace of cups over and over and over again in reverse
Right.
Yes.
until you feel it yourself.
Because until you get to the King of Cups, you're still ruminating.
Yeah.
Right. And until you
Yeah.
empty yourself out completely and there's nothing left other than you'll never know for sure that just you are enough.
Yeah.
When you get to that point and you're like, "Man, I have been lost in this shit for so long, I have nothing left," and you get to that point of surrender. This little exit point is surrender. It's the bridge out. There's no I didn't put any external circles here. I only put these, like, little lines. You have to take the bridge out. And every time you take the bridge out, there's something you must complete to stay out instead of turning around and going back in, like that Severance show. I don't know if you saw it where they're, like, in the office building. But anyway, that's this. It's like until you are in a state of surrender, which surrendering is
The exit
learning that
strategy.
this is your higher self. This is your higher
Surrender is
self, and
always
this
the
is
exit
not a
strategy.
punishment. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Okay, so let's do these two. Let's do the right side first. So in between the narcissist or the shadow energy and the internal battle with the self and the choices. Page of Swords in
Mm,
reverse. Learning a
mm.
lesson.
Not learning it. Yeah.
Yeah. It will repeat. You can't come out of this loop. This will repeat until you learn the
Yeah.
lesson. This is
Yes.
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
unavoidable lesson.
Yeah. Yeah. And it
You need
does.
to experience this energy in some way, whether it's a boss, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a parent, whether it's a friend.
That's why
You
we
have
all have the same wound,
Like stories, kind of, in a
right?
way. Yeah.
Because it is the
right,
Yeah.
conditioning
right,
Yeah.
that we all go through that
Mhm.
manifests differently, but you can't get out of it until you do this.
right.
I
And since
think
there's the blueprint and they know everyone's going to go through it, they use that to divide.
Yes.
I believe that there has to be some sort of emotional attachment that is
Yeah,
formed in order for it to work, though, because if it's just anybody, you won't feel it. You won't feel
right,
anything. Like, okay, who is that? You know?
But it's the root. Like, think about it. They keep everybody trapped in the root chakra. Your trust,
right,
your
Yeah.
security, and your stability.
Yeah.
So, like you just said,
Yeah.
you have to have an attachment.
Mhm. In order, yeah. Which
Correct.
comes from
Or
the
it doesn't
wounds
work.
that we get,
Because we don't
that
really
we
care what
develop.
a
Yeah.
stranger says. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you
right.
can
Yeah.
just let it roll off your back, but it
Yeah.
has to be someone close to you
Yes. Yes.
because that's why it manifests in your interpersonal relationships
Yeah.
because you were conditioned that way from day one.
Yeah.
Right,
That's why it's so hard to break.
Yeah.
But
right,
that's why they
Yeah.
keep people in separate and divide because nobody trusts themselves. They've been gaslit on so many levels
Yeah.
to not trust their intuition. So
What
how do
they're
you end the
receiving,
false
yeah.
war? You have to
Yeah.
trust your intuition. You have to be willing to look crazy. You have to be willing to go against the grain. You have to be like, I'm not the victim, or I'm not the victim, because that's it. It's victim consciousness.
right,
The
Mm.
collective is in victim consciousness because they don't trust anyone.
right.
Mhm.
Because they've programmed us to believe it's victim versus villain instead of light versus shadow or truth versus lack of knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Illusion, yeah.
And if you think you're
Yeah.
the victim,
Yeah.
you are always stuck in the lower three, but specifically in your root.
And because the brain wants to fill in the blanks of all the little boxes on the blueprint where there's a lack of truth, it becomes an illusion.
Yeah.
And when there's an illusion, someone needs to control the illusion. And
Yeah,
when there's
and you can
control,
feel
it's
it.
manipulation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why that the energy of confusion, you just feel like and you deplete you will lay in that bed, it'll take all your energy, it'll drain every drop,
Right.
every drop.
I'm legit waiting for a queen or the high priestess or something to come out of that deck.
Right.
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 I'm surprised they haven't yet.
I'm feeling like it's going to be
It's
that last
over
card.
here. The star in reverse. Oh, yeah.
They take your hope, but you
Right.
have to get it back.
But it's almost like the light they can't put out
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
because the
A
star in
little
reverse. I mean,
flame
I
they
know,
can't
but
put
like
out.
for this, it's the
yeah,
light they can't put out because look, you got the star in reverse to get to the ace of wands. It's your spark. Nobody
yes,
can put it out. It is the illusion that
yes,
anybody can put out your spark. Like you just said,
yeah,
it's illusions
yeah,
built on top of it so you can't see it. We started by opening Pandora's box so it was dark. And you're getting all the way to your spark because they can't take it.
Right.
yeah, yeah.
And look at this. Follow the yellow, right? So this guy is coveting this yellow star, thinking
Oh,
he can take it and wear it as a crown and wear it as a robe, not realizing because of ego that it's not just here, it's also in her hair. That's the same yellow. Because
Because
he
where do
tries
you
to
bridge
take
into
it,
the heart space through the solar?
right?
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And it's on her crown, so it's like she can't disconnect from it. It's who she is. So he tries to convince to stay in here because if the person breaks out, then they can reclaim this star, flip her upright, And then this guy can't take this again. This crown comes off. Everyone realizes he's a fraud. And everyone realizes that this fool's gold back here that he tried to convince was something valuable and hidden is nothing compared to this. And then
Yes.
once this is flipped upright, they take this yellow, wear it themselves, like, "Ha ha, I'll mock you back," wear it themselves, take the wand and the color, except look, this is brighter. So I take your wand, I make it brighter, and I go resurrect the collective. We just
Imposter
identified the
authenticity.
spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's coming back into alignment with your authentic self,
right,
Yes.
who you
Right,
never
from the
even
imposter
knew.
to the authentic self.
Yeah.
right. Because the more people that are their authentic selves, the brighter the grid gets and the easier it is for the other people to do the same.
It's like that quote, "Who were you before the world told you who to be?"
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And literally, you can't come out of this spiral until you figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find it interesting that you'll go through it like even if you don't have anybody in your life to help you go through it, you'll go through it in your own noggin.
Right,
Isn't it
right.
crazy?
And look, even he's wearing like yellow sleeves and yellow pants. Like it's hidden. It's
Yeah.
not the main garment that he's wearing, but it's under there. It's underneath. And he's laying on the yellow. So he needs to go doot, doot, doot and be like, hey, guy, wake up. You got yellow too. You're just sleeping on it.
Mm.
So then this guy wakes up, tags the next guy, tags the next guy. And then all of a sudden, it's not victim versus villain. It's light versus those who haven't seen the light yet, which is a
Yeah.
major problem for the system.
Ooh. That's
All right.
why you
So
need to
We'll
let your
do
light
this. This is
this
shine.
one,
truth.
then this one, then this one. So this side is the Reckoning Co. side. So this little thingy will be the Reckoning.
Okay.
This little thingy will be like the blueprint key. I guess. And then this is like the final battle. Okay, so the Reckoning side. The Reckoning of the War, 5 and 5. Look how heavy this energy, 9,
The
5.
Yes.
battle of the mind. Yeah, the battle in
Bad
the mind.
seeds,
Yeah.
lessons unlearned, blindfold
Yeah.
on, sitting here all frozen, lack
Yeah.
of love.
Okay, so at the bottom, you literally have 5 plus 7 plus 2. 12, 13, 14. So you've got 5. When you break that down, that's 5. It's your forward movement.
Change.
What blocks you, you transmute into movement.
Yes. You recognize you were the obstacle the whole time, and it was the illusion that you had to move other people. It was that you need to be like all gas, no brakes, and keep going forward, because then we get up there and it's look forwards, not backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the external battle. This is the internal battle. This is the one that he wants to convince you is there. He's like, no, no, don't come here. There's an external battle, but really it's an internal battle. And you just have to identify what bad seeds come from this.
And
Mm.
your 9 is your completion.
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
Yep. And that's the lesson you have to learn. It's not outside, it's inside. Inside pushes things to happen.
Can you
Outside,
be
not.
distracted by what is outside of you?
Yep.
Go back in
Yep.
the circle. Or move
Illusion
forward.
versus truth.
Yes.
And if you keep believing the illusion, there's nothing to wait for out here because out here is just truth. So
Correct.
until you realize that this is the illusion, you keep going back in the cycle and it gets harder to realize what the truth is because you just get deeper and deeper and deeper into victim versus villain, which is what they want.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see on the other side.
How
The
do people
blueprint. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You
for
can
your
focus.
new physical reality?
Mhm.
It's your portal.
Yeah.
You've left the 3D by forging through all of this.
And you
Because
can
real
direct
shit,
your
like, I don't know,
energy.
I mean, I know you guys see it, but I don't know how nobody else sees it, but it's like, hello,
Yeah.
world stage is literally narcissist versus victim over and over and over
Mhm.
again
Yeah, yeah.
on steroids.
Yep.
It is.
It
Yep.
is. And it
It
doesn't
is.
matter. You can just like if people get but they get attached to what? The villain's face.
Right.
To the King of Wands. Whoever the King of Wands is,
Yeah.
their hatred, their take your King of Cups and flip it. Their unbalanced emotional state is what is played on. So you can interchange your King of Wands all fucking day long.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because you're going to bode to one side of the collective that is still in separation or illusion versus truth because they're waiting for somebody to come save them that's not coming.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's themselves.
But the
Right.
bigger illusion is this. What if you never needed saving?
Right.
If you didn't
Yeah.
need saving and you had to remember that you were always whole because the illusion is separation,
Yeah. Yeah.
once you recognize you're whole, you don't need anybody to save you because you were already whole.
Yeah.
But they had to brainwash you, condition you, and get your nervous system in a
It
state
takes
of
you
fear
outside of yourself. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
manifest your shadows
Yeah.
on steroids.
Yeah.
And until you
Yeah.
figure out that your veil is your nervous system and that is the illusion being perpetuated by your nervous system, you will
Yeah.
continue to be a puppet all day.
Yeah.
This side needs to convince you that this is all there is, just
The
survival.
material world survival.
Yeah.
Baseline
Survival. Yeah.
survival. If I have it, I need to hold on to it, and so I can survive. I need to turn my back on the whole
Yep.
city because I just need to. I can only worry about me and my survival. That's what this side wants.
It's
But
literally
when you
manufacture
align, there's this,
crisis, be the solution.
right?
Yeah.
Create fear and then be the hope. But what is hope? Hope is fear in disguise. People, it's fear in disguise because you open the door to doubt. Every time people are like, well, I hope this is for me. Well, you're going to manifest your fears. Have yourself a good day. Like,
Yeah.
because it's true. I hope. Okay, so you're in waiting, you're not worthy, and you aren't committed to your knowing. Thus, you will
Mhm.
manifest your fears because all manifest means is to become clear and obvious. That's it.
Right.
But people are sold this, well, I got to work harder and manifest harder and do this. Okay, because you're in separation. You think you're not worthy and you have to
You're just
heal.
burning your energy. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think it's so simple, but we overcomplicate it because we're humans. We just need to focus on being happy. Literally, that's it.
But when
That's it.
hey, but think about this. People have a fucked up definition of happy and they have a fucked up definition of love
Yeah.
because of the Four of Pentacles.
But you don't even okay, can I say you don't even need money. Once you trust God and you
No,
just step
yes,
fully
ma'am.
into your purpose, you don't need money. Like I'm
Living
still
on
in
a
the two
prayer.
of God will give you everything and you
Everything.
won't need to do shit.
Do you want to know what I used to teach people? Seriously, I used to tell them, I said, I don't care what your bills are. I said, I want you to take your bills and I want you to divide them by 30 days. And then I want you to tell me what you need per day. And if you have what you need every day, then you live in the now.
Yeah.
You don't need anything.
You
Yeah.
need nothing. There's no
Nothing.
desperation. There's no this. Like, there's no that. You're not desperate. You're not. It's like they state. It's like the King of Wands stages the crime scene, and then comes
Yeah.
in and
Yeah.
offers the help.
Yeah. They want a civil war real bad. All right. Somebody tell me when to stop. We're doing the one in between King of Cups and King of Wands.
Stop.
Ah.
Page of Pentacles.
That's when you get your manifestations. When you figure
Because it was
out.
always in your hands. The
Yeah.
outcome was always yours to decide or to remember or to watch unfold.
Yep.
Their
When you stop.
fall was already written because the outcome was always in your hands.
Yep.
And look,
Yeah.
the page is offering from this side to this side. So in order to break out of this loop, it's like you
Truce.
need to have something to show for it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's literally like truce. I'm not playing your game anymore.
Yep.
I'm not waving
I'm
my flag.
enjoying my
But the
life.
truce. I've
And
made friends with
yeah,
my demons. You have no power over me anymore because the war was a false war of
yeah.
me versus me. So when I remembered that I was the key and I held the outcome, everything will fall and bend to me the second I remember who I am.
Mhm. And then you just feel that overflow and boom, everything gets attracted to you because it is on that frequency that everything comes in. Where's my manifestations? Where's my manifestations? Well,
Right.
where are you?
You're trapped in the loop. The manifestations don't come easily. They come slow, they come delayed. They
Yeah,
only come if they're gonna help you get out of the loop, not if
yeah.
they're gonna keep you comfortable and keep you stagnant in the loop.
To me, it's like when you get to this King of Cups and Page of Pentacles, right? It's like your ego is no longer at the helm, right? Because you see you in them. You know that they will fall because of all the times you fell before. And it's the role
Mhm.
reversal.
But they can't take our word for it. They have to go through
Nope.
it
It's like
themselves.
is me. Do you know why I know the outcome? Because I wasn't above it either. It is not
Yeah,
hate. It is not spite. It is not vengeance. It is not, it is you got a chance. It's this. You got a
yeah,
chance. You went back in the ring. You got a chance. You went back in the ring. You got a chance. You went back in the ring. You will continue to fall if you don't choose differently.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
the same for them. We are literally doing the same path with them. We're just the ones choosing differently. After you choose differently enough times, you exit because you learned the lesson.
yeah,
Right. The
yeah,
Page of Pentacles is like the student of Earth, right? So he comes down from the top. He's in there. He's trapped. He doesn't really know which direction he's heading. He needs to learn how to love himself before he can even start to traverse through this. Like this is the the liquid that makes this flow is self-love. So
Yes,
he has to face
mm,
off with this guy when he doesn't know who he is. This guy has the opportunity to say, "Oh, this is all there is, and you need to get in the box that I put you in order to access it." So this guy goes through this like, "Oh no, I don't want that." And he doesn't even want to look at this because he knows deep down there's more. He has to realize if the battle's inside or outside, can't break out until he learns that lesson. Needs to remove all the bad seeds of programming from this guy because this guy tried to wear the light of this star. He tried to wear it on his garment and his head and try and convince this guy that there was no other choice so that he would stay in the loop and this guy could keep the crown and the robe. So once this guy learns how to love himself, he starts to focus on this. These are the two voices playing in the head.
the angel and the devil on the shoulder.
it's the
Yes,
pattern repetition
Yeah.
versus the pattern break. It is
yes.
the corrupt code versus the blueprint code.
The
Manifesting
blueprint,
over
this
and
is the
over and over again.
blueprint, your original blueprint, and this is the reckoning. The reckoning is you have to realize what's not your blueprint so you can be sure that you know what is.
They
Mm,
hate you because
yeah,
they hate themselves. It's a
yeah,
manifestation of their war of hatred towards
yeah,
themselves. And because
yeah,
they hate themselves, they need you to hate yourself too. And when
yes,
you break role, when you break script, when you no longer align with hatred because you don't hate yourself,
yeah,
when
no,
you learn to look in the mirror and go, I like what I see,
You
this
get this bridge out.
breaks. You bridge out and it breaks. But you
yeah,
go through your house of mirrors. It's your
man,
house of mirrors over and over and over again.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
hate
will you
God,
come
you
out
hate that
here and
hate.
entertain this battle and stay stuck here? Because if
yeah,
this guy can convince you to stay stuck here, then you won't ever spread and resurrect the rest of the collective.
yeah,
Or you
man,
can come out and start to put in the work here, and you can either be in this battle, and if you're in this battle, you're going back in towards the center, you're not going towards the bridge. Or you can choose this side, and if you're on this side, it's work, it's hard work, you gotta build all these pentacles. You're identifying alignment of this pentacle, this star. This star is this star, but an
mm,
earth version. You remembering your internal light externally.
So if you're focused on this voice, if you're listening to this voice, you're going outward of the spiral, eventually getting to this bridge. If you're focused on this side, you can't help the collective and you're going inward, 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 which is why people get so narcissistic, because they get to the middle of this and they're like, I'm all there is, I'm all that matters, survival of me. And if you go this way, eventually you come out here, and it doesn't mean you're better than anyone, but what it means is you can traverse both sides without going back in, unless you let this side tell you to go back in, unless you listen.
Integration of shadow.
Will you
Yeah,
humor
yeah,
me? Will you humor me and throw one more card?
yeah.
Yes.
I loved when you said the light of the star manifests as the pinnacle, like, that's the material coming
Right.
out. I love that.
Right, because look,
Yeah,
it's like, this is the Earth version, like, this is the inside that this guy tries to convince us isn't there, it's hopeless. We do
yeah,
the work, and then we're like, "Oh, this is actually I found this," and
yeah,
it's like we're presenting it to him like, "Hey, look, here's the real light, give me this and that back, but you
yeah,
can find yours too, but you're not gonna take mine."
yeah.
Hierophant reversed. Attesting a belief
Oh,
system.
all belief
When the
systems.
student becomes the teacher.
Wow. The teacher.
Love is
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah, that's
real
why a
unless
lot of
you
us have
Look
been
at that
programmed.
whole spread.
Yeah,
There is not
that's
one
crazy.
feminine
Beautiful.
court card out there. None.
There's not.
The
There's
final
not.
mirror is the mother. Because we buried the feminine energy, and that is why narcissism runs rampant, because even women narcissists are in their masculine fucking energy. The
Yes,
final
and they
mirror
are.
is and there is not one core. That's why I was waiting. I'm like, when's it coming? When's it coming? Because
Yeah.
your spark is the mother.
Man, and
The
that's
spark
why
is
so
the
many
Only the feminine energy can create. So we're not getting anywhere here because there's no new energy be created. We're just replaying the same stories. And then those who are
wow.
in charge of the power structures are the ones who want those same stories to
They
replay because
know
that's who
how
they
it
get power,
ends because they can't create anything new.
right?
Right, and keep you in survival mode, masculine, masculine, masculine.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a
Wow.
battle for your mind, and the rope
Underwater.
of the tug of war is your belief system because that's your
Religion,
free will.
politics.
Because beliefs are borrowed. Think about that. The king
Yeah,
gives us
yeah,
these borrowed beliefs, and then that is
yeah,
what the nervous system is tuned and tweaked and conditioned into. So your knowing, your intuition becomes lived. But in a world of people who resonate in fear and borrowed beliefs, they will attack you, they will call you crazy, they will lock you up, they will fucking do everything because knowing is lived. And when the
yeah,
second you realize you don't have to prove yourself because you are the proof,
yeah,
Right.
it
yeah,
changes.
that's my favorite, yeah,
Because
my
if you're
favorite.
trying to prove yourself, even if you're trying to
You're back in
prove,
the box.
"No, I'm light. No, I'm love," proving the act of proving is this battle. So you could be doing
Mhm.
it with good intention, but you're going back inward towards the spiral. That's fine. You can choose to turn around and come back out, but proving is this side of the field. That
Yes.
means
Mm,
inward. Knowing and just living and having faith and trusting, that's this side of the field. That's expanding outward.
yeah,
It bends to you no matter which side, it will
Right.
bend to you. Over
yeah,
here, they don't understand that they're in control and it's bending to them. When you flip over here, you understand that the resonance of you, your alignment is what is creating your experiences. So it's
Right.
like awakening number one, awakening number two, because you experience it
yeah,
in like what the dark night of the soul, where it's like, holy shit, Pandora's box. You
yeah,
must traverse the darkness, but then you awaken all over again once you get to the light, because now you get to awaken to how amazing
yes,
it all really is.
yes,
Right.
yes, that's what I just recently went through, it was the light part, and y'all got to experience that, it was freaking wild. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
But it
Heaven
is
is
And
like,
it's
think
here.
like
about it. It's like,
every box has to be filled in.
Yeah,
I think that's where people get turned around because there are
mhm,
certain boxes that they don't wanna face, And so they're
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I was over here, but that box is uncomfortable, so let me go over here. Let me just tune into this voice for a minute." Not
Yeah.
realizing, okay, you're tuning into this voice, but you're walking backwards. You can't
Yes.
face this box until you're ready to face this box. So they take a step backwards, then they get into, "Oh, woe is me. Life is punishing me. Let me take another step
Yeah.
backwards because I'm gonna stay
Yeah.
in this voice. Okay, now I'm mad. Now I'm big mad. Now I'm mad at the world. Now I'm mad at God. Now I'm mad at this guy. Let me take 25 steps backwards and then blame the world." So now we have
Yeah.
all these people in the middle thinking it's just them, but also at the same time they all need to survive, and then boom, the battle they want.
Yes. It's separation and its illusions versus dissolving the illusions of separation.
Yeah.
That's why you know when you're there. Like, you know when you're there because
Yeah.
the shit you say literally happens. Like, you'll get a confirmation because a
Yeah.
confirmation is just a reflection of what is in you in your external world. So the fact that
Mhm.
you'll say something, do something, and get a confirmation within like 24 hours
Seconds
is proof
even.
separation doesn't
Yeah.
exist. You're not waiting. You weren't
Yeah.
waiting for a sign, you're just doing it. You've doubled
Yeah.
down in your knowing and that you are the proof of everything. And
Yeah.
it bends to you immediately. And then you're almost like, what the fuck is happening? Like, let me pinch myself. Like, is this real
Yeah.
life?
Yeah. Yeah. That was me
And
seeing that rainbow this morning. Yeah.
gravity's like, in here, things come to you very, very slowly versus when you start to come out and come out and come out, it happens more quickly because you're
Your
realizing
field
the
is
proof.
expanding. So
Yeah.
it takes too long to get to you because your nervous system is in a state of fear and you're resonating in fear. That's what you're anchored in. It's the shadows.
Yeah.
So you
Right.
it takes forever to get to you because it's penetrating the illusions and you got to
Yep.
peel back the onion,
Yep.
but it's the expanding of your biofield
Mm.
or
And
your
that's why they need to
electrical
keep
from your heart.
everyone in here, because if everybody all of a sudden was moved out to the surface and all of that energy was expanded outward, that's the ripple effect they fear. Not
Yes.
guns, not
No.
weapons. People being on the outside of this and no longer saying, "I'm gonna partake in this," that's what they fear.
But think about that even more, like take it into spirituality and now move a whole lot of people that think they're spiritual and put them back in the center. Because what are they doing?
Mhm.
I need to put myself in my bubble because I'm afraid of what everybody's doing to me. So
Right.
you think you're awakening while you're
Yeah.
keeping yourself here because you're still afraid because like unpopular opinion, if you believe in good and evil, you're going to have a problem. Unfortunately, you will have a problem. Energy has no moral compass.
Right.
We gave it a moral compass. It just exists in different densities, in different resonances, right? But the second you can get people to call something evil, they have now closed themselves off from the
To the
polarity of
Yeah.
the good. Because once
Yeah.
you call it evil,
Yeah.
you've closed yourself off to the whole spectrum, the
Yeah.
whole frequency.
Right.
So as
That's
long
why
as they
this
can
stuff
keep
is
people
demonized.
in good
Yeah.
and evil,
Yeah.
yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how this turned out like that.
Yeah. That's
That's
really awesome.
absolutely crazy. Like, I didn't know where this was gonna go, didn't think it was
Yeah.
gonna go here. This like,
Yeah.
"Here, let me give you a paint by numbers."
Paint by
Hold.
numbers.
Last card out of your echoes is the exit wound. The shot heard around the world. So the
Oh,
bullet that
wow.
shoots through your heart to
And that's
bust
the
you
Achilles heel,
wide open is this.
Yeah.
It's the exit wound. It could never kill you.
right?
No one
Right,
can take you out and no one can sacrifice you unless you sacrifice yourself.
right.
And then the 4/4 protection. Oh my goodness.
4422.
Hold on. No. Four times. Hold on. What'd you say? Four.
There's 4 at the top left, 4 pentacles at the top right, and then 2,
So we
which
got
2
4
plus
3
2,
times,
4.
which is 12, which 12 would make it 3, and we started with the 3 of wands in reverse.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Literally full circle.
Yes. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
my autistic brain.
Full
Oh, I love
full circle to
it.
freedom. Full circle to freedom because we also had the 8, and 8 as above, so below. So as within, so without. It's really all happening
Yes.
internally, being reflected externally, and if the entire collective realized that and could act on it at once, their entire system would collapse because there would be a one-sided battle here with nobody else playing,
Correct.
with
Oh,
an
no.
army of 20 times as many people against them.
They
So where are they
can't
gonna go?
stop watching. Like, it's literally that. It's like a bad car accident. You drive by and you stare at it, and they keep
Right?
staring at it because they don't even get it. Like, your eyes are cameras,
Rubbernecking.
and they're just taking pictures of light, though. Like, seriously, like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, your eyes are
Yeah.
cameras, and light
Yeah.
filters in. Most of it, what you are not even
Yes.
aware.
And then flip it.
And that's so when people are like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Lucifer is light, the light bringer. It comes in through your eyes. It flips an image in the back of your brain, which is then projected outwards. As within, so without."
Mhm. As above, so below.
But that's not, and when I said, but that's not fun spirituality, right? Like, that's not what people want to learn.
Because they
No.
don't wanna learn that
It was them the whole time.
it was the
Yeah.
teacher they needed, and also it was someone who was reflecting an angle of that wound that they needed to see.
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's like when you realize you have no one to be mad at but yourself. That's a whole level of accountability most people won't take.
Right. I'll text
I
you
have to
guys.
feed myself.
Yeah, that too.
Aw.
I'm gonna start a group thing so we can just do that.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask you all, why don't we
Oh,
start
that
a
would be
group
so
text
much.
message?
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Yeah.
a
Yeah, because I wanna send the same thing to you that I send to her, so it's
yeah, it'd be
like
so much easier.
I'm always like, I text Bethany this.
Alright. Oh wait, let's take one picture with the thing.
Oh yeah, take a picture.
I'm gonna
Take a
take a
picture of the
picture of like
masterpiece.
the whole thing too. Okay. Cheese. Who's in my driveway? Oh, the bug
Yes.
people.
Mm.
The bug people show up right as we're ending the
The
meeting.
exterminators are here.
Hey,
Oh, that's
hey, King of Juan.
interesting. Wow.
Perfect timing when we're taking a picture of exiting the loop.
Yeah.
The exterminators have arrived.
That's so funny. And it's funny because they come and they just spray the entire yard and then leave. So it's like,
Huh.
Let me throw a
Huh.
blanket. Hey, let's throw a blanket all over everything.
And
mhm,
it's the perimeter.
yep,
Perimeter sweep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's exactly what I'm
yep.
saying.
Perimeter sweep, like the guards around the outside.
Yeah. Yeah. Keeping them out of the
Yeah.
castle.
He's about to knock on my door. Hey, sorry. The one on that side.
I'm just gonna yell from my tower.
Hey.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, Bowser, the
I
princess at the
Damsel
top
in
of
the
her
tower.
thing.
Oh, she's so nice.
She said, "I'm just gonna yell from my top of
The
my
damsel in
tower."
the tower is just gonna yell from the window.
Every time. Because my front door is like right there. They're used to me by now, luckily. I think I scared the shit out of them the first couple times. I had to go all the way out, all the way down.
You have to embody the energy of the local crazy lady good.
I understood that assignment.
All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Oh my god.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.